Bhadram karnevi shrunuyama deva. Bhadram pashyemakshabhiryajatra. Sthirairangai stuštavamsastanuvi. Vyashema devahitam yadayuh. Swastina indro vruddashrava. Swastina pusha vishwaveda. Swastina starksho arishtanemi. Swastino brahaspatir dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are studying here Prashnopanishad belonging to Atharva Veda, and we are within the answer to the first question. And we know that the 6 sadhakas came to Pippalada thinking that he will answer all our questions, and they have been described as tapasvi, brahmachari, shraddhavan, and addicted to, you may say, the lower Brahman or the immanent Brahman or the Saguna Brahma, but the evolution in their mind told them that there is something beyond, and for that they have come to Pippalada. And they said that we have questions. And Pippalada told them that I know that you have been staying with tapasya, shraddha, brahmacharya, but with these very things you stay with me for 1 year. And then ask me whatever questions is in your own mind. And if I know them, I will give you all the answers. And then we have found that the first one of them mentioned last in the list, that Kabandhi Katyayana. So he came to Pippalada and asked him, Sir, revered sir, from whom or from where do this praja come out? Their commentator Shankaracharya tells us that the question is apparently this, that from where this praja comes out. But the questioner's mind, what he wants actually is what is the limit of those who practice karma along with meditation on the Apara Brahma. So that limit is what he wants. And that is what from the answer we find that actually that is what he wants. And what is the connection between these two? We have to think. How and from where this praja comes out. So it is the creator God from whom the praja comes out. And so the creator God, or the creator, preserver, destroyer of this world, that God is actually, if they want to know him, then he is actually where people, without the full knowledge of Brahman, but with karma plus meditation on this very God, will lead them to. And as an alternative, the Upanishads tell us that without karma, purely on the force of meditation also, they can reach there. And that is how people have started answering, telling that Prajakamo vai Prajapati. Prajapati, the Lord of the created beings, became desirous of having progeny. And so he meditated. And having meditated, he produced a couple. So the idea is that he thought about how to create the world, and the world being a cyclic motion was created many times before also. So that he thought about how it was created last time, and in the same way he created. And the principle of creation is a couple. Now this couple is matter and energy, or objects and subject, things where there is no expression of consciousness, and things with expression of consciousness. And as far as the particular things are concerned, there is no fixed rule that this is a subject and that is an object, but the principle is always there. So, for example, I told you, man-woman relation, sometimes man is the dominant force, sometimes woman is the dominant force, and so there is no fixity of subject and object. But a couple is necessary to produce worlds. And then he said that Rai, or matter or food, is one principle, and Agni, the eater, or fire. Fire is Agni, and Prana, energy, or sun god, who has both the energies and being the equivalent of creation and destruction. So he is the subject, and this subject together with the object. Moon is always supposed to be the object because it is a reflected light. And people who do only karma, good karmas, Vedic karmas, they will go up to moon is a loka where people live. Demigods, or whatever you call them, Pitris, our forefathers. And those who combine it with meditation reach up to sun. So he has described that Surya. And about that Surya, we got the old scriptural mantra, that Vishwarupam, its mantra we read, Vishwarupam Harinam Jata Vedasam, Parayanam Jyotirekam Tapantam, Sahasra Rashmi Shatada Vartamana, Prana Prajanam Udayati Esha Surya. So Surya has been described in various ways here. Now we come to mantra 9. How this principle of couple goes on producing praja. That is the topic. Samvatsaro vai prajapati. Tasya ayane dakshinam cha uttaram cha. Tad yeha vai tad ishtapurte krutamiti upasate. Te chandramasam eva lokam abhijayante. Te eva punaravartante. Tasmad ete rishayah prajakama dakshinam pratipadyante. Esha vai rair yaha pitruyana. Samvatsar means 1 year, means one cycle is completed, where the earth moves around the sun or sun moves around the earth, anything you can take relatively. And that is called a Samvatsar. So Prajapati himself has several forms. And basing on that form, he creates another couple. So the principle of couple is being extended by telling us that 1 year, the movement of one cycle, why? Definitely is Prajapati. And it has two ayanas. Ayanas means the sun. That is all about how we see the sun. Because the modern science says no, sun does not move, earth moves. And postmodern science tells that both are relative motions. So there is no harm in thinking that the sun moves. Now this movement of the sun, you know, there is some angular axis on the earth. So when the sun moves, it does not always come out from what we call the east. If we define east, it's all arbitrary definitions. If we define east, then only on the equinox, sun will arise from the east. Now, 22nd September, for example. So now, the sun, earth's motion about the sun or sun's motion about the earth, it will appear that the sun moves towards south. Not every day. Every day, sun shifts towards the south. Its daily motion is different. And this continues for 6 months, counting from this equinox, 3 months. And in January, it starts northward, east, but northeast. And this, in March, it will pass again the equinox and then proceed still further north. So this is called ayana, the movement of the sun. So sun, moon, no, here, year. Year is the Prajapati. Now year has two parts. When the sun moves from south to north and when the sun moves from north to south. So, tasya ayane, its movement, in this way movement, shifting, dakshinam cha uttaram cha, moves southward and moves northward also. Tad yeha vai tad ishtapurte krutamiti upasate. So that is the sun's movement. Now, those who do karma only, without seeking knowledge of the real nature of that sun, knowledge of the real nature of soul, knowledge of the real nature of objects, one who does not struggle to know that through hearing and meditation, then that ye ha vai, those who definitely tad ishta purte, ishta means the Vedic sacrifices, that is called ishta. And purta means the Smriti Grantha suggests that man should do good to society. That is called purta. Purta means fulfilling the needs. So, that is prescribed by the Smriti. Both are good works. So, he does those works. But krutam iti upasate. Krutam means, I am doing this. So, the problem is that he does not have the knowledge that God is the doer. In the Saguna aspect, God is the doer. But he thinks I am the doer. That is why his karmas bring him finite results. Because the capacity of I to do is limited. And that full capacity, even if he has worked, he will get limited fruit. So the tad yeha vai tad is second time. That means tad means in that way. That means in that way. What way? Krutamiti. That I am following something finite, something which I can do, something which I have done. So his thinking is about the doer. That is called Krutamiti Upasada. Ishta Purte. Work beneficial to the society. He does that. Ishta is not much connected with the society. Good work. Vedas have told us, if you want to do good work, put yourself into the sacrificial mode of life. And that will require all the personality that which you have seen there. Prajakamavai, Prajapati, etc. In the second Prarthana mantra also we have seen that. The doer is Indra and experiencer is Hiranyagarbha, like that. So that he does. And the result is commensurate with the cause. So if they are not struggling for expanding their consciousness, then consciousness will not come to them. Then they will have full development of the antakarana because of prayer. And they will always be good to people, because that is the craze in which he has sought to be work. So, Krutamiti upasate. Te chandramasam eva lokam jayanti. So they earn. Jayanti means they earn. Lokam means higher sphere. What higher sphere? Sphere of the moon. That means they reach the moon. Te eva punaravartante. And they alone are such that they come back. So, one way of thinking how the praja is born is that they come back. That itself is praja being born. Tasmad ete rishaya praja kama dakshinam pratipadyante. So, those rishis, now what is rishi? Rishi sees something which we do not see. The transcendental observer is called rishi here. Now, he is not aware of Parabrahma. He is aware of the nature of this agency which is working through you. So, he realizes his goal. That te chandramasam eva lokam abhijayante. So they win the lokas staying up to Chandramasa. So, ete rishya prajakama dakshinam pratipadyante. So these rishis who were desirous of having prajapatis went to travel to the southern path only. This is not southern and northern as we understand, but they inclined to go to southern path only, because their base is karma. So, in the present condition of Belur Math, it is very attractive to work towards the south in the early morning. Esha ha vai ravir, ye putru, ya pritruyana. So this is also called the way of the forefathers, because that is the ultimate result going to happen. So appears just like ordinary statement, but it has been filled with that very knowledge with the Kandikas was seeking. The Acharya is telling, Yatha asau chandrama murtir andam amurtisya prano anyadi tasya tad ekam. So this chandrama has a form. It is the same as food which we eat. Amirtim prana. So not in the gross form is fire. Energy. Huh? Atta aditi. Atta aditya. So who is the eater, who is the subject? The sun god. And how that couple will make all for me? Tadeva kala samvatsaro vai. That very principle of time has this 1 year. And he is Prajapati. Tasmin nirvartyatvat samvatsarasya. Prajapati manages that samvatsar. So he is equated with samvatsar. Chandra Aditya Nirvartyati Atithir Ahoratra Samudayo hi Samvatsara. Now, what is this samvatsar? A time period which is filled with the day and night. Now, we had a couple called Rai and Pran. So we can identify this Rai and Prana as the karma, night and day. So couple is being shown everywhere. Huh? Indriya, Rai, Pran is a couple. Tat katham. How that is a couple? Tasya samvatsarasya prajapater ayane margo. So samvatsara is Prajapati. And he has 2 paths to go. No, Dakshinam cha Uttaram cha. Slanting towards south or slanting towards north. Dve prasiddhi ayane षण्मास लक्षणम याभ्याम दक्षिणेन उत्तरेण याति Savita kevala karmina ज्ञान संयुक्त कर्म करता कर्म ताम च लोकान विदधति। कुछ लोग जो ज्ञान सहित कर्म करते हैं उनसे इनको अलग निकाल दिया, जो खाली अच्छे कर्म करते हैं। कथम कैसे कर तत्र च ब्राह्मणादिषु यह वही तद उपासते, जो भी कोई उपासना करने आएंगे, नॉट नेसेसरली ब्राह्मण, सब ब्राह्मण आदि बोल दिया है। क्रिया विशेषण द्वितीय क्रिया विशेषण द्वितीय तत् शब्द in the mantra. Tat has come twice. Tad yeha vai tad ishtapurte. So the second is adverb attached to how. Ishtam cha purta cheshta purte ityadi. So this is the thing. His effort for that ishta and purta karma. Krutam eva upasate. And it is a finite work done by the man. Na krutam nityam te. Na krutam nityam. Not that which is not finite. Not that which with a sankal will we do. Not that which is done according to our will. Happening. Things are going on happening in the world. That means the God is changing the world automatically. So that is not their nature. They are doing specific work which they call as I. Te Chandramasam Chandramasi Bhavam means located in moon. Prajapatir Mithunatmaka Sya Amsham. Prajapati, who is the part of that couple, Annabhutam, Prajapati is Mithun. One part of it is Chandra, which is called the food, the rai. Annam, Annabhutam Lokam Abhijayante. So that is the sphere they gain. They gain the sphere called Chandramasa, which is rai or matter, Anna. Kruta Rupatva Chandramasa. Because Chandramasa is finite, so they reach the finite. Te tavaivacha tatraivacha krutakshayat punaravartante. And there, this finite work has a limit. So if that is ended, they again become born, reborn. Imam lokam hinataram va vishanti. Krutakshay te tadaivacha tatraivacha krutakshayat punaravartante. That means they had gone to that kruta. And that when gets exhausted, they come back. How they come back? Imam lokam hinataram va vishanti. So comeback does not necessarily mean the world. An important thing is told here. A man has done good or bad actions. Keeping them as they are, he has gone to that sphere. So he has not changed. Now there are works which fruits will be in the higher or lower beings. So from this sloka he gets one of those lives. Iti purvam. We already told you about this. Yasmad evam prajapatir namakam anatmara. Prajapati annatmakam palatvena abhinirvartayanti. Chandram ishtapurta karmana etat rishya sarga pratipadyante. So these are rishis with limited consciousness. So they know up to this ishtapurta karma. With this ishtapurta karma, they will go to sarga. That much they know. Praja kama, prajarthino, prajarthino, gurastha, tamo asmat sakrutameva dakshinam, dakshinayana upalakshitam chandramasam pratipadyate. Upalakshitam means north, south are relative terms. So it appears that he has gone by the south. Esha vai Ravi Anna Acharya in the last time Madalai Rai. Esha vai Rai Annam Ya Pitruyana Pitruloku Arniyan Praniya Upalakshiti. Right. Pitruyan is a representative word. The karmis go somewhere there. Now here he has told about Pitruloka. So, Atha Uttarena Tapasa Brahmacharena Shraddhaya Vidyaya Atmana Sarvam Invisha Adi Sati Nitya Purva Prajapati Nam. So there are others, Atha Uttarena, who go toward the north because they have done tapasya, brahmacharya, and shraddhaya. That means vidya is there. Vidya. Manasam, manasade brahmachari here. So, manasa here means mental. Vidya atmanam anvishya, where we are. Prananam, so by Shraddha Vidya Atmanam Anvishya. So with that Shraddha Vidya, they search for their real nature. Abhijayante. And that Adityam Abhijayante. So they win the Aditya Loka. Etad vai prananam ayatanam. That Aditya is the support of everybody's pranas. Etam amritam, relatively, this is immortal. Abhayam, this is without fear. Etat parayanam, that is the final goal of life. Etat tasmat na. So, etat tasmat na punaravartante. So these are all relative terms we know that during one kalpa they do not return. Iti esha nirodha. The karmis are not allowed to go there. Because that is not their reason. They want to remain in the finite, let them remain. So the Isha Shloka, for that one old quotation is there. So Acharya is telling, Atha Uttarena Yanena. Uttarena means Uttarayanena, where all the faculties of the personality move towards north. Atha Uttarena Atman Uttarena Ayanena Prajapater Ansham. Prajapati is part. Pranam. That is called life force in us. Attaram, the eater. Adityam, the Surya. Adityam avijayante. Kena, how? Tapasa indriya jayana visheshata brahmacharyena. So by his austerity and shraddha and brahmacharya, especially by his effort there, Prajapatya Atma Vishaya Vidya. What is his Vidya? That Prajapati is my real nature. Prajapati is myself. That is his consciousness. Atmanam pranam suryam jagatastastu upashya anvishyaham asmi viditva dilyam abhijayante apnapnuvanti. So that is the win. Huh? Same name, Pran, Surya, Jagat, Tastu, where the world stays. Anvishya, they look out and they get it and they win there. So going to Sargaloka is not an ordinary thing, Pitraloka. Anvishya aham asmi iti viditva. And knowledge is of that Saguna Brahma is always as I am that. Prapnuvanti, they get. Etadva ayatanam sarva prananam samanya ayatanam. So this support is for, in a general way, all pranas. Ayatanam ashrayam etad amrutam avinashi. This amrutam because indestructible, abhayam, also free from fear, eva manavarjitam. Okay. Eva bhayavarjitam. Okay. So these are our relative perfection terms, that it has no fear. Na chandravat shayavuddi bhayavad. So moon is vexing and waning. That is not there. He has got a constant bliss. Etat parayanam paragati vidyavatam karminam cha jnanavatam. So either choice there, na? Either only the knowledge people or karma with that knowledge. Etasmat na punaravartante. So because of that they do not come back. Atha itare, there are others who think differently than these people. Kevala karmina, that means they are doing work only. Yasmad esho avidusham niropa adityadi niruddha avidonso naeti. So here the ignorant people are obstructed, they are not allowed to go, but the sadhak has meditated nature of God day and night. Na ete samvatsaram adi dadityam atmanam pranam abhiprapnuvanti. Na ete. Niruddhaya avidonso na ete. You have gone to market and purchased something finite. So he knows that he does not have the capacity to bring so much money. So he does not give to him. बस स हे संवत्सरा कालात्म अविदुषाम nirodha. So this is a natural obstruction for those they cannot reach. Tat tat asmi anartha anihi tasmanihi
तत्र अस्मिन् अर्थ
तत्र तस्मिन् अर्थे एष श्लोक ठीक है कालात्म विदुषाम there others cannot go. About that there is an old mantra. Again about the sun. Panchapadam pitaram dvadashakritim
पंचपादं पितरं द्वादशाकृतिं
dive ahu pare ardhe purishinam
दिवे आहुः परे अर्धे पुरीषिणम्
atha ime anya upare
अथ इमे अन्य उपरे
vichakshanam
विचक्षणं
saptachakre shadar ayuh
सप्तचक्रे षडर आहुः
arpitamiti.
अर्पितमिति.
Now let us visualize or imagine. The sun walks or the sun moves. On what he walks? On his legs, foot. So he walks 5 feet or he has 5 feet to walk on. Now what is the 5 feet on which sun is moving? Seasons. We count 6 seasons. But sometimes they equated the 2 first parts of rainy season. Now rainy season we call preliminary and next month is full rainy season. And in the cold countries, so this is called one season. So 5 seasons. Pitaram, final goal is the forefathers. Dvadashakrutim, 12 forms it takes. Which are 12 forms? Months. Because the Aryans are looking and describing. Dive ahu, pare arde purishinam. Purishinam means purishinam. Purish is water. So purishinam means this world is full of water. More water. And otherwise, you have to go there. You have to live. Pare arde purishinam. These are all imaginations beyond the 5 seasons. Atha ime anne upare vilakshanam sap. Now there are others who imagine this very thing in a different way. Sapta chakre, 7 wheels he goes on. Shadare aur arpitamiti. So, 7 wheels. What are the 7 wheels? Days of the week. Now here there is a funny thing. Have you thought of? The Western world and the Eastern world and the Arabian world and everybody counts week as 7 days. So this is something universal. So the sun is moving 6, 7 wheels. Shadara. Ara means the spokes in the wheel. Arpitam, they are fixed in the navel. So these are the parts of his movement. Some people say 5, some people say 6 and 7. Some people say 5 and 12. That means you count as you like. It is a cyclic method. So these are ordinary shlokas. Acharya says, Panchapadam Pancha Ritavaha Pada. Eva Asya Samvatsaratmana. If Samvatsar is the Atman, then these are like his father. Adityasya Tairaso Padir Architum Avartate. Adityasya Panchapada. And those who worship this much only, they will come back. Hemanta Shishiro Ekikritya Iyam Kalpana. Second and third part of winter. That means regular winter. The first part of the winter, so winter, first part of the winter is in the rainy season. Now second part and third part, if you made one, then seasons become 5. And because it is winter, so either light winter or small winter. So that is how 5 it has become. Kalpana. Pitaram sarvasya janaitrutvat pitrutvatam tasya. He is creator, so his father. Tam dvadasha krutim dvadasha masa akrutayor avayava akaranam vayava karanam vikaranam. I told you that day. Akaranam. That means he opens out his mouth and things come out. In 12 months. Akruto. Akruti means figures. But here Shankar says Akruti means his parts. And Akruto means opening the mouth, he has made these parts. Nothing more in the first question. Vayava Akaranam, Vayava Vikaranam. The wind is distributed. It's all the same thing. Asya Dvadasha Masaihi, in these 12 months. Tam Dvadasha Krutim Divo Dyulokat Pare Urdhve Ardhe Sthane Tritiyasyam Devi iti artha. In the third heaven. Divo Loko Tat Para Urdhve Ardhe Sthane. Beyond third heaven. Divi iti artha. Purishinam Purishantam Udakavantam Ahu Kalavida. So, having water, that is called Purishan. That is the word. Atha tameva anne ima u pare kalavido. Anne kalavido. The others who count time. Vichakshanam, they are expert. Nipunam, sarvajnam, they are all knowers. Sapta chakre, sapta higher rupena chakre. So, higher rupena chakre. So many figures. That wheels means horses. Sun's chariot has 7 horses. Satatam gatimati kalat manish, always moving this time. So 7 horses. Shadare, shadrutum atyav. So Shadare is clear. Sarvamidam jagat kathayanti. The whole world is contained in these 6. Arpita amara iva rathanabo nivishtam. So like these folks, they are fixed in this center. Yadi Panchapado Dvadashakruti Yadi va Saptachakra Shadara Sarvathapi Samvatsara Kalatma Prajapati. So whether 5 and 12 or 6 and 7, it is about the sun god. Chandra Ditya Lakshanopi Jagata Karanam. So call it moon or call it sun. It is the world, cause of the world. Okay. Then Maso Vai Prajapati.
Maso vai prajapati.
Tasya Krishna Paksha eva rahi.
Tasya Krishna paksha eva rahi.
Shukra Prana.
Shukla pranaha.
Tasmad ete rishaya.
Tasmad ete
Shukle ishtam kurvanti.
shukle ishtam kurvanti.
Itare itarasmin.
Itare itarasmin.
So, a month, again, a period of time. A month you can think of as Prajapati. Prajapati has several forms, and in every form we produce as a couple. Tasya Krishna Paksha eva rahi. So matter is the dark fortnight. Shukla Paksha prana, Shukla prana, and the white fortnight, bright fortnight is the prana. Tasmad ete rishya Shukla ishtam kurvanti itara itarasmin. So there are sages who do Vedic yajnas in white, that means in day, and others do in night. Tantrikas perhaps. Maso ye Prajapati yathokta lakshana evam mithunatmaka. So month is Prajapati, again he has a couple. Tasya masatmana Prajapatir eko bhaga Krishna paksho rairandam chandrama. So one part is Krishna paksha, you take it as Rai, Anna or Chandrama. Aparo bhaga Shukla paksha, second part is Shukla paksha, Prana Aditya Atta Agni. So all these series of eaters, subjects. Yasmat Shukla pakshat Atmanam Pranam Sarvameva Pashyanti Tasmat Pranadarshana Ete Rishaya. So why they are rishis? They are seeing something higher. They see Atma Prana all pervading. Pranadarshana. So they are Prana of the world. Cosmic world is their vision. Ete Rishaya Krishna Pakshi api Ishtam Yagam Kurvanti Prana Vyatirekena Krishna Paksha Tena Drishyate Yasman. So some people do in the Krishna Paksha. Itare tu pranam na pashyanti iti adarshana lakshanam krishnatmanam eva pashyanti. Itarasmin Krishna Paksha eva kurvanti shukla kurvantu. So if they do not know, then they are doing Shukla Paksha also like Krishna. Okay. Aharatro vai Prajapati. Tasya ahara eva prano. Ratri eva rahi. Pranama ete praskandanti. Ye diva ratya sanyojjante. Brahmacharya tad. Yad ratru ratya sanyojjante. So many things about life is deriving from there itself. Night and day is Prajapati. And day is prana and night is Rai. Now he says that couple, na? So those who capture, they who practice sex in the daytime are killing the prana. And those who practice sex during night, they are brahmachari themselves. So for grahasthas, if they do it at proper time, they are all right. Otherwise, they are killing the prana. Sopi masatma Prajapati, that very Prajapati is mass also. Savayave avaratre parismapyate, which gets completed in a day and night. Avaratrovi Prajapati purvat, tasyapi ahareva prano atta agni ratri eva rahi purvavat. Pranam ahar atmanama ete praskandanti nirgamayanti shoshayanti. Va swatmano vichhidyam apanayanti. That means their pranas is destroyed or reduced or made weak. Ye diva ahani ratya rati karana bhutaya sah sriya sanyojjante. Rati they do means cohabit with woman. Mithunam acharanti mudha. They are fools. It should not be done in the daytime. Yata evam tasmat tanna kartvam iti pratisheda prasangika. So, passingly, he is telling one good rule also that we should never have sex in the daytime. Yad ratro संयोजन्ते ratya ऋतौ brahmacharyam taditi. When it is practiced in the night in the proper season, Shankara, that ऋतौ. प्रशस्तत्वाद ऋतु भार्यागमनम कर्तव्यमिति ayam api prasangiko iti. So this is better, so it should be done like that. This also is a passing remark. Prakrute tu uchate. That is next mantra. Huh? We are not able to. We should read fast. Huh? Annam vai prajapati. Tato havai tad reta. Tasmad ima prajayante. Now, food itself, he has told that food is all, eater is all. Huh? So, starting from anyone, up till now he started from the eater. Now he says that Anna itself is Prajapati. Because from Anna the Purusha's Virya gets born. And from there Praja comes. Evam Kramena Parinamya. Oh, previous line is, belonging to this mantra. Prakrutam tu uchate. That means Prasangik had happened, now context we follow. So, ahoratratmaka prajapatir virihi yavadi annatmana vyavasthita. So, that very prajapati is anna, means rice and barley, etc. In this way, it gets transformed. And from that, virya comes. And from virya, all this praja is born. Shall we try to finish? Annam vai prajapati katham tata. Why Anna is prajapati? Because from that, Reta born. Nrum bijam tat praja karanam tasmad yoshiti siktadi ima manushadi lakshana praja. So when it is put in stri, then the all man and everybody is born. So that is the connection now. How the couple has produced, it is like this. Yet prushtam kuto vai praja, that is what the question was. And he has told. Tad evam chandraditya mithunadi kramena ahoratrantena anna asruta sugre anna srug. Srug means born from. Sugreto dvarena. So in this order, mithunadi kramena. Chandra Aditya, day and night, and Anna and Reta. In this way, Praja Prajayanti iti nirnitam. That question has been replied. Questioner, he has already been replied. But the questioner is replied. We'll read out. Tad ye havai tad prajapati vratam charanti te mithunam utpadayante. Tesham eva esha brahma loko. Yesham tapo brahmacharyam yeshu satyam pratishtitam. This is all relative to those who do Prajapati Vrat. Prajapati Vrat means sexual practice with wife in the night, not in the daytime. That is Prajapati Vrat. And what is born of them? A son and a girl. So they produce a couple. Now, this couple does not cohabit, but some other people, son and wife, daughter, and like that, they continues. And for them, this is Brahmaloka. They cannot aspire higher. And this is tapa, this is brahmacharya, all that is for them this much only. Satyam Pratishtitam. This much is the truth for them. Okay. Anyway, we shall read this next Wednesday. A little is left, but we shall read them next Wednesday and then go to second question. So, couple is the principle of praja, starting from there to here, and it has several forms, and food itself is the eater, eater itself is the food. So, Prajapati is only one, but through the principle of couple, he produces everything. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyem Akshabhir Yajatra Stirai Rangai Stushtvamsas Tanubhi Veshema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starkcho Arishtanemi Swastino Brahaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanam.